Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. This is from a paper pad. I think it turned out really nice. I'm quite pleased with the way it looks. The paper pad I used is right here. I purchased it recently from Walmart, so it's very accessible to all of you. So these are the pages and this is how it looks. And I selected a couple of the pages. Now those pages are 12 by 12, so it's a 12 by 12 double-sided paper pad. Let's look at what I made first. So I've got a piece of ephemera here. It's from this packet that I purchased recently from Holtz Idea-ology. And I just picked one of the little fussy cuts out of it. I have a label right here from Chapter 1 Papers, a button, some Sari silk from Crimson Heart Studios, and I tied it closed with some twine. Let's open it up. It looks just like that. And here's the first page. I did add a coffee-dyed piece of paper in there for journaling, and I have a coffee-dyed glassine bag. I haven't put anything in it yet, but I love the sound. And then right here we have a pocket. I did a little bit of stamping. This is a piece of cardstock. It just pops right in here like this. And here is the center. Now you could definitely journal on this paper. And I've got another little journaling card here. We've got that other side with the glassine bag. I love that sound. Some journaling page here, and then the back cover. It's easy to make. Let's make one together. All right, let's see what we're going to be needing. I have 3 of the double-sided cardstock, and I've cut it 6 by 6. So if you have a 6 by 6 paper pad, this would be a great project for that. I also have some cards here made from cardstock, 5 inches by 3 inches. You'll need 2 of them. You'll need a complimentary print cardstock that you can punch your tabs from. You're going to need a piece of, whether it's coffee-dyed paper or some type of journaling page, and this is 6 inches by 5.5. And then I have a glassine bag that I have coffee dyed, and my glassine bag is 5.5 by 8 inches, 5.5 inches by 8 inches. But we're going to be ripping this down, so it's going to be smaller after it's all compiled together. All right, let's start with our paper pad papers. These right here. So you need to decide, what do you want for your cover? I'm going to use this one for my cover. We are going to need to fold it in half. Next, I'd like to bring in the coffee dyed paper. It's copy weight coffee dyed. I'm going to pop that in there like that, and I do want to go ahead and run my ink around the edge of my paper. Now this is not this one. This is Vintage Photo, and it's not going to really show here. It's too dark, so I'm not going to worry about that. The next thing is I'm going to bring in my glassine bag, and I'm going to fold my glassine bag in half. And right here, where the bag is down just a little bit from the top, I'm going to fold it in half using this as my edge. Now I'm going to place it inside, and as you can see, it sticks out quite a ways. I have my tear ruler, and I'm going to tear my glassine bag to fit. And it's real jagged right here. Actually, it's very jagged. I'm going to see if I can't even that up a little bit. There we go. But I kind of like it jagged like that. I think it adds a little something, something. I'm not sure what, but it adds something. Okay, so we've got the glassine bag. Now we need to add our other two pieces of cardstock. Well, it's kind of cardstock. It's kind of between a cardstock and a heavier copy paper. It's very nice. I really like it. I'm going to choose this to be my outside. Put a crease. I'm going to fold this one just like this. And I'm going to place this one inside of this one. So I want it to be like this. Doesn't really matter. You can either put your notch in the outside or the inside. I think I want to do the inside. So I'm going to mark my halfway point, which is right here. I have my 1.5 inch hole punch, and I'm going to punch both of these together. Now I'm going to, now I don't need to ink up that side. I need to ink up this side right here. And then this is going to fit right in here like this. I wanted that pink, those pink flowers. So it's going to look like that. So let's go ahead and make this into a pocket. So what we'll need to do is where our page is creased, we're going to need to put a little bit of glue right here and on the other side, and then on the other end, and then right on the other side. Then we're going to place it right into the other piece like that. Now I'm going to open it up like that. Now I can tell, or you can tell too. So this little card is a little bit bigger than this card, but I don't know that it's really going to matter. If that bothers you, you can trim it. That's fine. I think I'm just going to leave it. I am going to highlight my bag just a little bit, especially since we tore the edge. All right, so we have that, and we have this, and we have this, and this, and this. All right, now let's bring in our two cards that we made from cardstock. And as I said before, these are 5 inches by 3 inches. And I have my little piece right here that I'm going to punch out 2 tabs. One and 2. Now you can decide if you want it to have the dark or the light. I really think I want the dark because my cover is of the light, so I like the contrasting color. Now I'm going to place 1 tab up high on this one and 1 tab low on this one. But before I do, I'm going to bring in my stamp. I have this stamp right here. It looks like this. And it kind of goes with the center paper a little bit. That's kind of how I ended up choosing it, because I really think it kind of looks like that. I have my Stays On Timber Brown, and I want to ink up only one side of my card. So I think I'm going to do it this way. There we are. Oh, that's lovely. Now I need to do my other one. Here it is. And then just stamp it. Okay. I am going to ink around the edge of my cards. I have a little dish right here. I have a little bit of washi tape, and I think the color really goes very nicely with the papers that I've chosen out of the paper pad. So I'm just going to put a little bit of washi just on the card, just to give it a little interest. I love to use washi, and I just thought it was on my desk. So I just thought, okay, well, let's just use it. It's on my desk. It's the right color. No rhyme or reason. I just stuck it on there. Here are our tabs. And I'm going to add my glue. I'm using my art glitter glue. I'm going to pop it right on, maybe about right there. Okay. And then let's add the second tab a little further down. Maybe something like that. There we go. Alrighty, so I've got my pocket that we made. We have our cover. We have our coffee dyed copy weight paper. We have our glassine bag, and we have our pocket that we made. Now you know that I used that little method with the little strip of paper to get my holes for my signature placed in the correct measurement. So I'm going to use that tool again. I'm going to grab my awl and just poking the awl through, and then I'm not going to put any dangles on this piece, not this time. I'm going to sew our signature together. So in the first center, the center hole first, and then one of the other holes. All the way down to the end, and then back through the center. I'm going to see about evening up these, mainly because I think I sewed through the thread, and this will help me fix that. Yeah, right there. See how it sewed? My needle went through the thread, so that's easily fixed. Just pull it out. You want to make sure that one thread is on one side of the center thread and one is on the other. And I'm going to give it a double knot, if I can figure out where I'm at here. And then I'm going to trim it off. So we've got our cover, our journaling page, our glassine bag, our pocket, which we're going to pop in one of our journaling cards, and then we have another pocket, another journaling card, and then we have our glassine bag and our copy dyed paper. Oh my goodness, it's so very cute. So I am going to highlight, or not highlight, I am going to ink up this page right here because it's sticking out and it needs to be softened a little bit. Now let's look at it. Oh yeah, that looks much, much better. Let's go ahead and decorate the front. Now on the one that I showed you in the beginning, I told you that I used this packet right here. And in this packet, I have these two, and I thought that was pretty. And I even like just the leaf. I thought that was beautiful. I have some Sari silk from Sunburnt Studios here. And if I did the pink rose, the cabbage rose, I thought this would be pretty. It's almost a little too bright, but I do think it's pretty. Or if I did the greenery, the leaves, I thought this would be really nice. And I'm kind of leaning towards this. It's been really cooler than normal here today, and it's made me feel like fall. And so I'm kind of in that fall mood. So I think I would like to do that. I've got these labels here from Chapter 1 papers, and I'm thinking it needs to go this way. I could actually turn it, even though it's, you know, it's not red going that way. Inking up my little piece right here. And I'm going to pop this on before I pop the whole thing on. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue to my stem. That would be great, adding it right there. Before I actually put it on, I would like to bring in my hot glue gun. I have a Sure Bonder high temp with that specialty tip, and I'm going to use that pinching method, opening up this Sari a little bit, and I'm going to add a little bit of glue. Now, when I use my hot glue to do this, I have to add it in sections. I can't add it all at once because I'm thinking this might be a little too wide. No, it'll be all right, because then it will cool before I get my pleats in. So I'm just adding a little bit of glue at a time. Glue. There we go. Now let's bring in our botanical. And I think that looks really good. I've got some bling and I've got a button. I used a button on the one I did that I showed you when I made earlier. I'm thinking maybe another button right here and keep with the buttons. I think so. So let's glue our botanical down. And I think this is actually a little bit too big. I think I just want a little bit of this right here. Kind of squish it on. I've got thread through the holes of the button. I like to do that with my buttons. And then I'm just going to cut this a little shorter, not too short, but just a little shorter. There we are. And then I have this natural polished hemp, and that's what I'm going to use to just tie around this, just to help keep it closed. And there you have it, you guys. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.